All right, everybody. We have a special segment from our brand new LA correspondent, Natasha Pearl Hansen, guys. Welcome, Natasha.
Yeah. Natasha.
Natasha, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. This was a lot of fun.
My pleasure. We sent you out on a great assignment, I think. We sent you to the spa in which Gwyneth Paltrow got her vagina steamed, and you underwent the same treatment, right?
Yes. Yes, we did.
So tell us what happened.
I'm going to give you the full run-through from top to bottom. So first I called the spa, and I asked them a bunch of questions about what the V-steam is. And the funny thing is they're super vague. I was like, what's your V-steam all about? And she goes, it's $50, and it's 30 minutes. And I was like, no, I mean, what do you do to people's vaginas? And she was like, oh, it's just, it's Chinese herbs, and it can help prevent cancer. And I was like, oh, interesting. So vapor is helping prevent cancer.
It prevents just blowing steam up your cooch prevents cancer.
Right. And so, I mean, they have I feel like they just read off this script, because every time I talked to them, they said the same damn thing. They were like, yeah, it helps prevent cancer, and it's these Chinese herbs, so they're super healthy. And I'm like, I don't care where the fucking herbs came from. Like, herbs are herbs. I mean, you could tell me it was something from the Amazon jungle, and I wouldn't know the difference.
Right.
So, so I get to the place, and what they do is they give you a cape. You know, like when you get your hair done and you wear that kind of waxy, water-repellent cape?
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Alan knows really well, yeah.
I know this very well. Very well. Well, you know what's weird? I get my hair, I talk about this in my stand-up sometimes. I get my hair dyed. So it's very embarrassing. It's very emasculating.
Yeah, I see. Didn't you have blonde tips at some point? I feel like I saw that in a photo.
No, I never.
Oh, wow.
I didn't go that far.
You had some
but I did have my vagina frosted. No. Sorry.
So
yeah, go ahead.
They give tapes, and what she says is that it helps trap the steam. So you put on this tape around your chest, and it's like this giant. It's like you're in a giant cone. And they send you into this room, and it's 5, they call them, quote-unquote, thrones, but they're fucking toilets. I mean, that's exactly what they are. They're like mid-century, old-school toilets. They're just a box with a hole in it. And
there are 5 of them? So you're not in the room by yourself when you're doing this?
I think sometimes you might have company. I didn't. Thank
Because
God.
nobody's doing that shit.
I think sometimes they crew it up and put you in there with other people.
You caught them on an off day.
Yeah, there were 5 of these things, and so she hands you. You know how when you're at, if you're getting a pedicure and you sit in those chairs and they have a little remote on them.
Mm-hmm.
This thing had a remote. And she was like, make sure you keep your feet on these towels, because this box you're sitting on gets to be like 190 degrees. And she was right, because I burned my foot on it like 4 times. It was so hot.
So what happens? So you go into this room and you have to squat over like a toilet type thing to steam your vagina? Is that how it works?
It's essentially, it looks like a porta potty.
It's like a porta potty, and so it's just with
a hole in it.
It's a box with a hole in it, and it's
and
just you.
They put a towel down, kind of like a toilet seat cover, but made out of terry cloth, and they put that down, and you sit on it, and you're supposed to. You can go up to level 10 in heat, and that's both steam and infrared rays that she said on your first. I know, this sounds terrifying. It's like,
did you go up to 10?
It's like an oven.
How high did you go?
Well, she said on your first time you should never go higher than 6. So
but
she
if you
started it at 5, and for the first couple minutes, I was like, oh, this is getting like slightly warm. This isn't so bad.
So what is that?
By the way,
go ahead.
By the way, I need to put a disclaimer. Everyone was like, why are you putting steam inside your vagina? It doesn't go inside. There's no tubes. Like, it doesn't, nothing's no steam is flying into your uterus. Like
It's over.
you're-
It's
It's
external.
all
Labia.
external. It's all just external. It's like if I were to take a steamer for my clothes and just spray it all over my badge. That was exactly what it would be like.
So what did it feel like? So you're on this box and steam is blowing up there. Was it was it a pleasurable sensation? Did you get?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
So 3 minutes in, it was still okay. By
Yeah.
the fourth minute, I had to turn it down a notch. So I was down to level 4. By the fifth minute, I had to turn it down 2 notches. So I was down to level 2 by 5 minutes in. This is supposed to be 30 minutes long.
Wow.
I had to get up and stand and let the steam out of my fucking cape thing that I was wearing like a dozen times because it was getting so uncomfortably hot in there. And by minute 12, I had to leave. I couldn't even sit through the whole 30 minutes. It was ridiculous.
Wow.
How hot. It was like scorching hot. I had it down to level 1. And so then I left the room and I went into the waiting room, like the holding tank. And there were 5 other women waiting for their treatment. And so I went to the spa lady and I go, I'm just letting you know that I'm done early if anyone wants to go, because it was extremely painful. And all these girls start looking at me like, oh my God.
You're bad for business, Natasha. You're bad for business.
I know. I was like, this hurts.
What did it smell like in there?
Oh God.
It smelled like, it just smelled like steam and rubber. I mean, like a hot sex den. I don't know. It just, it was pretty.
It smelled like vages?
It didn't smell like
That's
that.
by the way, Natasha. That's Jeffrey Katzman.
Right.
He's our resident perv expert.
Yeah.
So that's he's gonna.
Hi. You're the resident vagina expert?
No, not that. He's just resident perv.
He's just a perv.
He's the perv.
That's it.
He's
He doesn't discriminate against.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is there a big vaginal smell, like a overall smell like a lot of vaginas, hot vaginas?
maybe if you had a bad situation going on, it would resonate throughout the room. I came in clean and I left.
Okay.
I left swollen. So.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Shit.
So let
Vagina
me.
feel-
No, I didn't actually. I didn't actually get swollen, but I didn't find it cool at all. I thought the whole salon experience was very interesting because what they do is they let you have free reign of their spa after your session, so you can go and hang out in any of the other specialty rooms that they have.
Right.
So they have this Himalayan salt room, and all of them have these photos on the door saying what these special rooms do, which all of them say.
They have.
helps
What does
with
it say? Wait, I didn't hear you. What does it say on the doors?
One of the rooms is a Himalayan salt room, and it's
Right.
like this room helps you with metabolism and can help you with infertilization or being infertile or whatever you call it. And I kept asking her questions. I was like, what is it about this salt being in a room that can help the inside of your body? And I think they're just kind of full of it as far as what
they have a
say
room
this
to-
stuff can do.
Do they have a room to cool down your vagina? Like, is there like a cooling room
they
for
do.
the badge?
They give you like
They
an
have
ice cube to
room.
stick up there. Little.
They have an ice room that looks like the inside. It looks like the inside of a freezer, and it blows cool air. It's not that cold. I was expecting it to be really cold, and I was excited about it. But yeah, you can just literally walk in there and spread eagle and cool her down.
Cool her down.
So here's the big
Yeah.
question. So you had this procedure, you had this treatment done on Thursday, right? Was it Thursday?
Yeah.
Which sounds like
On
just a
Thursday.
horrible thing. It just sounds horrible.
Yeah, I feel like we should apologize for sending you to this thing.
No, you know
how
what?
is your vagina now? Does it feel any different?
It feels just like it did this time last week.
So no difference. No
You
difference.
want to know?
You don't. It
wanna
doesn't
know
feel like a
what's funny
super
too?
vagina. It doesn't feel anything. There's
Super
nothing.
vagina.
It doesn't feel like a vagina on steroids.
You know,
It's not like it didn't get tighter or looser. Nothing.
No, it didn't. It didn't change shape or texture.
Okay.
It
Shit. How do you
Smell?
know?
Do you smell like? Do you still smell like Chinese herbs?
Did I what?
Do you still smell like Chinese herbs?
No, I didn't take any of the herbal scent with me. It happens to be that your body overpowers vaporized herb scent. I actually didn't even notice the smell when I was in there of these herbs. It was just so hot. It was just like the equivalent of squatting over a boiling pot of water on your own stove. It was
Wait, Natasha, did it improve your sex life? Did you get some D over the weekend?
Yes, I did.
All right. Now here's the big question: while you were doing it, did any steam come out? Did steam come out of your ears or his ears? Did anything? Any smoke come out of any other orifice?
But that might be a good thing, because if a guy's having sex with you and steam's coming out, he thinks he's doing a good job.
He must think he's the master of the universe. Oh my God. You're kidding me? If I'm having sex and all of a sudden steam comes out of the woman, I'm retiring. I'm dropping the mic right there. I'm like, that's it. I'm done. I can never top this.
Let me tell you that when you queef afterwards,
wow.
It looks totally different.
Really?
No, what they did say was that before I went in, she was like explaining the treatment, and she was like, yeah, so the steam actually goes into the walls and the linings of your vagina, and I recorded her saying this on my phone, like I audio recorded it. She said the steam goes into the walls of your vagina and extends up into your uterus. And I was kind of goofing around with her, and I was like, oh, so the steam, I didn't realize that steam could just shoot up into your organs like that. I mean, usually when I go into a pool, I don't ever feel water hitting my uterus, but that's interesting that steam can do that in a way that nothing else can. She was like, yeah, it's really special.
This thing should.
Yeah, I don't think you're dealing with real scientists over there at that spa.
No, they have no. Like I'm like, steam vapor can't hit my organs by going into my vagina. It'll stop at the end of my vagina. It's not even going into my vagina. It's not like I'm squatting over the toilet, like holding my lips open or something.
I think level 10 is for people who have herpes, and like you could possibly cure it.
You're right. They're trying to burn things off of it.
Yeah, this is like
they can't afford a real doctor. So
if you have warts or something, I think
they're like, maybe I can steam off this.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Their copay is greater than the spa treatment.
Yeah.
So all right. Well, that's Natasha Pearl Hansen, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you very
Natasha.
much.
Wait, I got.
Great job.
Well, I think next week we should have her doing something else.
No.
Would you like to?
What other things can we do to your vagina? Let's think about
Well, how about
this.
getting your butthole bleached? Would you be
Yes.
into that?
Would you do that?
Let's think of something. I mean, there's got to be maybe vajazzling. Is there a new type of vajazzle that's going on?
We're either vajazzling or some type of bleaching. We're gonna brainstorm and get back to you.
We'll have our people call your people.
Yes. We'll have our vajazzlers call you up.
I'm down for whatever. I think that she's curious. I will try anything once.
Hey.
All right. All right. Thanks, Natasha.
Bye.
Great job.
Woo!
Great job. Yeah.
That was great.
That was great.
But I like the.
Natasha, thank you so much. That was awesome.
Thank you guys so much for having me, and I was happy to do it, even though it was a very interesting.
Our pleasure, and I hope we didn't cause any permanent damage to you. So.
No, I'm totally fine.
Our resident guinea pig. Yeah.
Our resident guinea pig. Oh my God.
I'm sorry about your vagina.
Yes. All right, Natasha. Thanks a lot. We'll talk during the week. We'll figure some other stuff out.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, sounds good.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.